Well, Floyds Christian. Hope you guys are having a good morning so far. I understand it's been a very tough time for everybody in the church family with the passing of Liz at a young age. And, I say church family, and from being at Floyds Christian, I realize that it is a church family. So not only are you going to church and hearing the message, but you have a very close-knit group of friends and family there that really makes going to church a great new experience when you have people in the congregation that are that close. And I'm sure that in this very trying time, having such a close church family at Floyds Christian has certainly helped the grieving process. And when somebody is taken from you at a young age, there's obviously going to be a lot of sadness and grieving, mourning, and those are feelings that obviously nobody wants to have. You're not going to wake up and say, I really want to feel sad today. But it's kind of an inevitable part of dealing with the loss of somebody that meant a lot to you. And when you're in that time of mourning the loss of somebody, you realize a lot of things. First of all, you realize how much you love that person, and that's why you're feeling so down about the fact that they're not with you any longer. But then you realize that love is a gift from God. So, while you had it, it greatly increased the quality of your life, and it's something that you can really learn from and take forward. And my first encounter with somebody passing away at an early age was a girl named Janae Taylor. And one of my best friends, Colin, his mom was best friends with her mom, so she was very close to the family when Janae was passing away. And she had leukemia and essentially was terminally ill. And I called Teresa and I wanted to talk to her. I said, I want to know what you remember from that time of Janae passing, and what are some things that you took moving forward in your life. And she said that watching Janae pass away literally changed her whole perspective on how she sees things. And she told me that to see her strength in that time, and to see her joy for life, and the fact that she was still quoting Bible verses. And she even had a journal where every day she'd write down 3 things that she was grateful for. So it's like, with me and you, if you think that we've had a rough day or things aren't going our way, just consider the fact that here's a 12-year-old girl who is dying of leukemia, and she's got a journal out writing 3 things that she's thankful for every night. And then reconsider and think, is this really a big deal? That is what really puts life into perspective when you see things like that. And when Teresa was telling me that, I realized that I never met Janae, but she's having an effect on my life right now as Teresa was telling me all the stories about Janae. And I think that for Floyds Christian to carry on the legacy of Liz, we need to do the same thing. I mean, you can think right now of all different types of great memories and things that Liz taught you, and joyous times that you shared with her. And you can use those moving forward to have a great impact in the way you live your life and the people around you. And, if you are willing to share something great that Liz showed you, or you experienced with her, with somebody else, then she would be having the same effect on that person as Janae did on me, considering that we never met, but we still have become a better person because of them. And I think that a good verse in the Bible is 1 Peter verse 3 through 9. It says, "Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. In His great mercy, He has given us new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus from the dead, and into an inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade, kept in heaven for you, who through faith are shielded by God's power until the coming of the salvation that is ready to be revealed in the last time. In this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials. These have come so that your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may be proved genuine and may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. Though you have not seen Him, you love Him, and even though you do not see Him now, you believe in Him and are filled with an inexpressible and glorious joy, for you are receiving the goal of your faith, the salvation of your souls." And I think 2 things that I'm going to take from that. Number 1 is, in this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials. So, I think that everybody now is probably still, in that phase of a lot of sadness and grieving over the loss of Liz. but I think ultimately you'll realize what a great gift from God that she was. And instead of asking questions of why, I think that we can find it in our hearts to thank God for the time that Liz had with us and for the great things that we were able to experience with her and that she shared with us so that we can use them in our life moving forward. And, I feel like for young people, when they get called home early by the Lord, it usually means a job well done. To me, it means, that if you look at some of the very influential people in life that have passed away at an early age, it means that they've had a tremendous effect on the people around them and ultimately the world. And that's why they say it's not about the duration of your life, it's about the donation. So it's not necessarily about how many years you live here, it's about the donation. How much have you given to the people around you? How much have you given to the world? How have you shared your ideas and your thoughts and your love and mercy and compassion to the people around you? And that is what it's mostly about, is the donation. And I think that Liz obviously made a great donation to everybody there, and I can think of a lot of great memories that I've had being with her in church, sitting in the pew right in front of me. Another thing from that verse that is important, and I'll finish on, is an inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade, kept in heaven for you. Basically talking about becoming eternal. And I think that Liz has now become eternal, and I think that it's important for us to get to the point where we can rejoice in the fact that she had lived a great life and was able to have an impact on our lives. So I think we can find it in our hearts to thank God for the time that we've had with the people that we love, even though they might not be with us at that time. Love is always a gift from the Lord, so I think that we can relish that and move forward in our life trying to become closer to God and become better people and use the effect that some of the people that we've lost have had on our lives. So I think that it's been an honor to be able to be an elder here at Floyds Christian and to still get my message through the internet, I guess, while I'm out here in California. But I do miss you guys back home, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.